Let me tell you about the most bizarre camping story I've ever heard, a tale that'll make you think twice about who's pitching their tent next to yours. This happened last summer in the Ozark Mountains, and trust me, it's stranger than fiction. Picture this: a peaceful campground, families roasting marshmallows, the usual scene. But there was this one guy, let's call him Dave, who showed up one evening with nothing but a backpack and wearing what looked like orange canvas shoes. Something seemed off about him from the start. He was overly friendly, like offering to help everyone set up their tents, sharing his homemade beef jerky, and telling these elaborate stories about being a wilderness guide. But here's where it gets weird. He kept nervously checking his phone and would duck behind trees whenever ranger vehicles drove by. The real kicker came when this group of kids found a newspaper by the general store. Front page, a prison break from 2 counties over. And guess whose mugshot was staring back at them? Yep, good old Dave, whose real name turned out to be Marcus Thompson, serving time for grand theft auto. But here's the twist that no one saw coming. Before the Rangers could even respond to the calls, Marcus had already packed up and disappeared. The funny part? He left behind thank you notes for everyone at the campground, apologizing for the deception and even including money to pay for the marshmallows he'd borrowed. The craziest part of all? He'd actually helped an elderly couple fix their RV's engine, taught some kids how to properly secure a bear bag, and even organized a camp-wide cleanup. Talk about a criminal with a conscience. The Rangers eventually caught up with him about a week later. Turns out he'd been camping his way across 3 states, leaving a trail of confused but oddly grateful campers in his wake. He later told the authorities he just wanted one last taste of freedom, doing what he loved most, camping and helping others. This whole incident became known as the camping convict caper among local campers. It just goes to show that sometimes the line between right and wrong isn't as clear as we think. To this day, some of the regular campers still talk about how that escaped convict ran the most organized and friendly campsite they'd ever seen. I guess the moral of the story is, you never really know who's sitting across from you at the campfire. They might be an escaped convict, but hey, at least they might know how to properly roast a marshmallow.